welcome to another broadcast of financial literacy. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the author of several books, including Billionaire Codes. Today, I want to talk to you about financial literacy and the importance of financial literacy. But while talking about financial literacy, I want us to draw the equation between financial literacy and homeownership. Because of course, there are so many people in the world today that needs a home, but largely because they do not have the disposable income to acquire the home, and they do not understand financial literacy and how to leverage this intelligence to acquire or amass anything in life. They remain stuck in that position of dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Our mission is to move you beyond dreams, hopes, and aspirations and provide you with the content of information and the support necessary to empower you to become homeowners, to empower you to become financially literate, and to empower you to truly understand the depths of sustainable livelihood. So welcome once again to this program. This program comes to you with a kind compliments of Global Branding and Marketing. In the event that you need to know more about Global Branding and Marketing, I want to encourage you to go to our website, which is www.gbmcompanies.com. And there's so much of information that we have published on our website for you to learn from. So welcome again on this journey. Today's topic, we're going to call it financial literacy. What does this topic means to you, financial literacy? Let me start by drawing the equation. In the world today, we have approximately 7.5 billion people. But when we look at the global workforce, we're seeing that 70% of this workforce is not qualifying for bank loan. And there's a particular reason why they're not, or reasons why they're not qualifying. Today we'll examine that, and what we will also do is to attempt to show you some of the best practices that can be utilized or exploited to add assistance and value to this demographic. Now, in the event that you're going for a mortgage finance, the average bank looks for three things among others, but the three that stands out is called disposable income, cash flow, and there's something that we call age requirement. And I will try to explain each of these. Now, the average bank needs you to show that you have disposable income. And what disposable income means is money's in the bank or liquid cash somewhere. Why? Because in most cases when you're going for a mortgage finance, you will have to come up with 10% equity financing. So you at least need to show you have disposable income that amounts to either 10, 15, or 20% of equity. It depends on which bank you're going for and how much equity investment they're going to ask you to make in the bank. This we're seeing a number of the 70% may have some degree of difficulties in demonstrating disposable income or money in the bank. and I will show you why this now. The second is cash flow. And what cash flow represents is your daily income, your weekly income, or your monthly income. The bank needs to know that you have a solid cash flow base in which you're going to be evaluating against their pre-qualification criteria to allocate the mortgage financing to you. Again, people may have cash flow, but the cash flow may be limited. Again, I'll show you that why is this now. Age, while we find a number of persons may qualify for the mortgage financing based on age, we also are aware that there's a lot of people in the world today who needs mortgage financing, but age is a barrier. Now, let's examine some of these difficulties. And remember, we are examining this against the backdrop that Global Branding and Marketing, we have just designed a new program entitled Home Ownership, Financial Literacy, and Sustainable Livelihood. So whatever difficulty you have here, when you become a client of us and we start to teach you financial literacy, we will help you to overcome those difficulties. So when it comes to disposable income, you will have disposable income. When it comes to cash flow, you will have more cash flow. And when it comes to age, while that may present a difficulty to the bank, based on the systems that we're going to set up with you when we teach you our system, age will no longer be a problem. So today we're going to go into that, we're going to talk about it a little bit to really help you to understand our brand, Global Branding and Marketing. Now, the average person in the Caribbean work for approximately $120,000, or the equivalent of 600 USD. And that is not a large sum of money by any long shot that is going to allow this demographic, the 70% of people, to qualify here. And just let me explain why. This is an income, but you have to evaluate the income against your monthly expenses. So some of your monthly fixed expenses: 1, rent; 2, food; 3, transportation; 4, telephone; 5, light; water; recreation; and there might be a few more added here. So these are some of your fixed expenses that you may have on a monthly basis. Now let us attempt to now put some realistic figure here and then link it back to why most people have a challenge qualifying for mortgage financing in terms of disposable income, cash flow, and the age requirement. The average person rent, it's about $45,000, or in US terms, it's going to be 225 USD. That's per month. In terms of food, it's going to be approximately 30,000 or 150 USD. In terms of transportation, it may be $15,000, the equivalent of 75 USD. Telephone may be approximately 5,000 GYD, the equivalent of 25 USD. Light, 5,000, 25 USD. Water, maybe 1,000, the equivalent of 5 USD. And recreation can range between, let's just run this off at about 10,000 or the equivalent of 50 USD. Now, what this look at is an average expenditure per month against your monthly income of about 600 US. And this analysis based on income is only being looked at from a Caribbean perspective. We haven't crossed over to North America and other parts of the world. So this is an expenditure. And let's add the total. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. Okay, you have 5 and 2 is 10, 1 is 11. So this here literally shows that at the end of the day, and this is not all of your overhead, when you add the expenditure to your income, you barely leave with $9,000 or about 45 US dollars remain in your hands after the expenditures. And if I'm to add a few more expenditures here, it will completely destroy the remaining balance here. Now, with a remaining balance of, let us say, 9,000, or let us say 45 USD, it doesn't leave you with much money for savings. The bank will look at all of this. And these are some of the reasons why most persons with dreams, hopes, and aspirations of becoming a homeowner does not qualify for the bank loan, and they remain stuck here for, if not most, all of their lives. Now, what our research is showing that you remain stuck here because the fact that most of you do not understand financial literacy. In our program at Global Bridal and Marketing, we will help you to understand financial literacy, not only in theory, but in practice. We will literally position you to work with our corporate real estate consultants and our financial experts to help you to understand how to increase your disposable income, how to create multiple streams of income, and how to break these shackles that you're going to be stuck in for, if not all, most of your life. Most people, the 70%, does not evolve from this. So for the rest of your life, you go paycheck to paycheck. Your entire life, is based on paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because you don't understand financial literacy. We want to invest our time and our talent and our resources to ensure that we at Global Branding and Marketing can bring you to that point where you can experience freedom, where you can experience the joy in living, where you can experience the abundance of finance. It requires financial literacy. A quick lesson that I want to say to you now, I would normally tell my children, Alu, Jade, and Jude, that in life, when you find yourself in these rough spots, you need to become innovative. Most people that are here, their thinking, their mindset is me, myself, and I. And what I would normally say, it is better to have 10% of something than have 100% of nothing. And most people, because you have these challenges, you still have big dreams, hopes, and aspirations, but you have 100% of big dreams and big hopes and big aspiration, but it's also 100% of nothing. But with some creative and innovative thinking and the ability to take informed and practical actions, with just only 10% through the systems that we're going to show you, it will, one, elevate your financial status. It will put more disposable income in your hand. It will show you a system of creating multiple streams of income. And in a few short years, you will be qualifying for mortgage financing. Now, owning a home is not something for you to take lightly. In our program, we help you to understand the importance of home ownership. One, we say to you that home ownership equals proactive leadership. Home ownership equals money in the bank. Home ownership equals financial leverage. Home ownership equals capital gain. And these are some of the systems that we really work to really help you to understand the significance of all of this. You become a homeowner through our program is literally positioning yourself to become a millionaire. Literally so. We will show you how to leverage our systems to acquire land, to build homes, and over a period of time, how to leverage land, one factor of production, to upscale your social and financial status. We literally want to put success at your fingertips. The hard work, the management team of Global Branding and Marketing, and our expert know-how will go to work for you. What you need to come with is a commitment to learn, a commitment to grow, and a commitment to want to transition your life from just a dream and hope and aspiration, from just a lack and limitation and doubts and fear, but you come with a commitment to want to grow and embrace the abundant possibilities that life has to offer. We're committed to that process. And in 2018 and moving forward, we will commit our time, our talent, and our resources to ensure that we can help you to take your life to our next plateau of development. Again, it has been a pleasure being with you. I want to encourage you to share this podcast with as much people as possible and like this podcast. Again, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the author of Billionaire Codes. We are actively on the ground taking this book to bestseller. And when you go to my website, that is www.gbmcompanies.com. You will see the website and you can invest in a purchase. This book has a lot of information that will literally transform your life. I want to leave you with this. About 8 to 10 years, between 9 to 10 years ago, we started to invest in real estate development. And when we started very small. We started by investing approximately $6 million into real estate. And the first year we did this is about 9 to 10 years ago, and within the first year, we add value to this property by building at the bottom and extending it to the back. Now, with this investment, with the investment of, let's say, about 20 M over the last 9 to 10 years, we have built equity value in just a single property of over $40 million equity values. So what I'm saying to you, the test cases that we have been doing, and this is only one of them, has yielded over $40 million in equity value. And this is to say to you that we are not just now getting our feet wet. We have started this process 9 to 10 years ago, and we have practical working experience in terms of the success of the model that we will present to you when you become a client of us. Our financial literacy program will literally help you to understand both what is the commercial financial sector and what is the investment financial sector. You need to understand global markets. But as I said to you, you don't have to worry with the hard work. We have done the studies, we have done the research, and we will come to you. When you become a client of us, we will come to you with a content of information that will literally transform your life and literally show you how to make money while you are asleep. I trust you would have enjoyed this podcast. Again, my name is Gary Thompson. It has been a pleasure being with you, and I look forward to being with you soon again with another broadcast of financial literacy. See you on the other side. It's tough.